Our galaxy may have originated from a protogalaxy in the Milky Way. Astronomers claim that the Milky Way left its poor old heart in and around the constellation Sagittarius. New data from the Gaia spacecraft reveal the full extent of what appears to be the galaxy's primary stellar population, which formed more than 12.5 billion years ago and around which the rest of the Milky Way grew. According to astronomer Hans Walter Rix of the Heidelberg, Germany-based Max Planck Institute for Astronomy, people have long theorized that such a vast population of old stars should exist in the center of our Milky Way, and Gaia now shows that there they are. According to a study by Rix and colleagues, the Milky Way's ancient core is a round protogalaxy that spans almost 18,000 light-years and contains stars with a mass of roughly 100 million times that of the Sun, or about 0.2% of the Milky Way's current stellar mass. Vasily Belakurov, an astronomer at the University of Cambridge who was not involved in the study, says that it really helps to firm up our understanding of this very young stage in the Milky Way's life. He claims that little is actually understood about this time in the Milky Way's history. While the new study provides a bird's-eye view of the whole structure, we've seen glimpses of this population before. Because the stars were born in a densely populated city that previous stellar generations had enriched with those metals through supernova explosions, the majority of stars in the Milky Way's central region are abundant in metals. However, in what Rix refers to as a needle in a haystack exercise, Rix and his colleagues sought out the exceptions to the rule, stars that were so metal poor that they had to have formed long before the rest of the galaxy's stellar inhabitants. His team used information from the Gaia spacecraft, which was sent into orbit in 2013 with the aim of mapping the Milky Way. In a large area surrounding the galaxy's center, which is located in the constellation Sagittarius, astronomers looked through about 2 million stars in search of stars with metal to hydrogen ratios no higher than 3% of the Sun's. The stars were then observed as they traveled through space, with the scientists preserving only those that didn't veer off into the huge ring of metal-poor stars that encircled the Milky Way's disk. The outcome is a sample of 18,000 old stars that, according to the researchers, represents the nucleus around which the entire galaxy grew. The protogalaxy is thought to be between 50 million and 200 million times as big as the Sun, according to Rix, who took into consideration stars that are covered in dust. The oldest stars in the Milky Way are found there, and according to Rix, they likely have ages greater than 12.5 billion years. This is the original core. Before the Milky Way's initial disk, the so-called thick disk, the protogalaxy was created when numerous massive clumps of stars and gas coalesced. Since the protogalaxy is compact, not much has disturbed it since it was formed. The Milky Way has been impacted by smaller galaxies, adding to its mass, but we didn't have any later mergers that deeply penetrated into the core and shook it up, because then the core would be larger now, says Rix.